Hey guys, welcome to the Daffy Show.
Welcome to the David Show.
Okay, so welcome Jem. I'm welcoming Jem because this is the first time. This is the baby. This is the birth of the breakdown with Biodun, and Jem is my first guest. But he's not a guest because you've been in one episode. You shot most of my
Most
episodes.
of them.
You've worked on some of my episodes, like if not all.
Right.
So you're not a guest. You're not
No,
new. You're not
no,
new to this. You're true
no,
to
no.
this.
Right.
So welcome everyone. Yes, yes. So welcome everyone to the breakdown with Beauty. And today, you know what? I'm not sure if when I make the thumbnails for this breakdowns, I should
Mhm.
put like the topics on the thumbnails or no. What do you think?
I'm not sure. So I wanted to post like a couple of topics we're gonna talk. I guess we could do like maybe like the top one and then another one and then the rest. We kind of save it.
And then
So,
you see the rest. Okay, yeah,
uh,
because that makes sense. Because I know that sometimes it always like segues into something you don't plan for
right.
and it just happens, right? Okay, so um we know what's going down in Minnesota and of course it's just crazy, but
Is this
let
the one
let
about the soldier?
the soldier and then the
The shooting.
yeah, the shooting and just it's like every time it happens everyone is just like another one, really. But let's see what plays out with this. That's why I didn't add it to the list. I
Mm.
was like, let's just see what plays out with this. Okay, so tonight, when I sent you the list of what we'll be talking about, what did you think?
I was actually very I told you I said like the can we talk about what we're talking about today? I mean, no spoiler alerts already. Like we are gonna talk about it,
No, a lot spoily.
right? So when you sent me the list, I was
Hmm.
like, wait. Apart from one of them, the
Hmm.
others are actually very hilarious. Like this is like SNL skits.
Oh
This is
my
like
god.
all the talk shows making fun of it, kind of
Hmm.
thing. Like this is like something that like people like it should not happen in like the first place.
Yeah,
But also when you think about it, the past 4 years should not have happened and it happened. So
I know. Like, if you think about things that should have happened, that where do you start from and where do you end? It's like
exactly.
when you think everyone's head is in one place,
Right.
and then something else happens. So
Right.
I think at this point, my advice would just be guard your sanity with everything because everyone is losing theirs at this point.
Everything. Every single thing.
Yeah. So okay, let's get into okay. Of course, this weekend. Um, there was so there was so many. You know what? I knew it was going to play out like that. But let me just start this way. This weekend was just full of RIPS,
Right. Right.
but it was mainly for two people,
Mm.
right?
Right.
DMX and Prince Philip.
Right. Right. Right.
And first, it started as just no. I heard about DMX first, I think,
Mm.
and then I heard about Prince Philip next. Um, what did you think when you heard about DMX passing?
So I'm a little bit, even though I'm really invested in music and I love being just a student of music and the arts and things like that. My choice in music is actually very controversial for being in quotes rapper in the sense that, and I told you this, DMX music, and
Hmm.
please do not come at me.
No, just be, do you?
Please do not come at me. Everybody has their own taste. I prefer
Hmm.
the new school rappers like J. Cole and like gospel rappers like Andy
Now
Minaj.
I see why you said they should come.
Right. So
Okay.
DMX in himself, I knew like his influence. I liked some of his music that I didn't know it was when I did it like
Hmm.
X go give it to you. Go like that was pretty good. And it was one of my favorite movies of all time, Deadpool. That's by the way. And yeah, but then the first thing I heard, I didn't really hear about his death at first. What I heard about was the vigil and
The
um
overdose.
yeah, my girlfriend only she's very much more than me in love with pop culture and just black history and just black influencers, like the OG black influencers like DMX. Like it's done so much for the community, so much for the industry. One of the people that were kind of like out there in the first place,
Mm.
taking in all this heat and stuff. According to her,
Mm-hmm.
she kind of
No, but
educated me.
he was giving heat too, so
He was
it was
giving heat.
it was
Yeah,
balanced.
he was giving them heat, and
He was
they
giving
were
them heat.
coming at him too.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, she was the one that kind of educated me on the first thing. So she told me about the video, but the death in itself, I heard about it, and I was actually very very again, the first thing I heard about was the video, and the first time I heard about it, I was very very impressed that people are able to, if there's anything that's come out of the past 4 years, is just, and I know it has been happening before, and it's not the first time. It's
yeah.
just black people and people of color being able to just rally around
Around.
each other and just create like a sort of atmosphere and
Mm.
just a sort of community about itself. Even back home in Nigeria, like we've last year was, let's not talk about it, but last year was, but out of everything, the one thing that I was so impressed with is how Nigerian youth, which who myself personally had written off, they kind of came together and made like this, like just amazing thing, to the extent that like these people can actually create government by themselves and exist by themselves out of the whatever it is that's
Mm-hmm.
the legacy, and it's just amazing to me. So yeah,
Yeah,
and also one thing to add to the DMX thing is that this are also not just random people. This is people of faith. Like they
yeah.
held a vigil for him and we're praying, and different people were praying for him. I know some of my rappers that I follow, like Lecrae and
Mm-hmm.
Chance the Rapper, who I know that they're Christians, were actively praying for him. So
Mm-hmm.
it was that was really really different in the sense that, like, people of faith don't really come out with things like that.
When they hear that maybe the person, you know what, you bring up a good point, but let me start this way. So DMX, has always kind of been in the picture, and of course there was a time when he, which happens for every artist, they're like up seasons and down seasons. And then especially when it comes to secular music, someone's
Right.
always rising to the top, and then everybody else has to kind of vie for the top again. But when I heard that he had OD'd, a part of me felt very sad.
Hmm.
But not in a way, not in a typical way of, oh my God, how could he do that? Because I know, and I was telling my husband, I was like, addiction is such a fine line.
Hmm. Yes, it is.
Addiction is such a fine line. Like for people who have not like maybe experienced it is different, but for
Hmm.
anyone who has, who understands what it means to be addicted to something, and then like rehab, and then go, it's a fine line. There's so many things involved, like and not everyone can afford to have a sober companion. Not everyone can afford to, not everyone even has the kind of community that will keep drugs away from them, will keep drink away from them, will like rally,
Right. Right.
right? Especially
Right.
when you're in that industry and with people that he would typically be with.
Exactly.
All of those things are around.
Right. Right.
And then all it takes is one moment of weakness, 1 minute, one night,
It's a
and that's
lot.
it. Hmm.
It's a lot, and there's a thin line between being alive and just being dead. And for these things, it's usually quite unfathomable and very very just surprising, to the extent of, let's say, in those moments, nobody is actually there, so we don't know what actually happened. We don't know if, like, it's an actual mistake. And maybe we'll talk about this later, but I'm actually very very quiet, because again, I'm a student of just the industry itself, and like how, like, the music industry and like the entertainment industry kind of
Mm,
works. And it's just a very it's very interesting that things like this are kind of still happening, because, like, I believe there should be structures in place where we can kind of,
what structures?
I
Are
don't, so
structures to keep people from ODing?
no, not from ODing in a sense. So I'll give you like an example now. Again,
Okay.
I usually get educated by my girlfriend. Shout out to when you Consular Malamo. And she
Okay.
she she kind of educated me about, like, for example, I use a good example from where we live, Newark.
Okay.
Newark, who's from Newark? Shaq, right?
Mhm.
And I've seen like a couple of Shaq's like interview where it talked about like his first money, like he spent everything, he didn't pay tax, or after he removed tax, there was nothing left and
Mhm.
things like that.
Mhm. Mhm.
And later in the future, I believe the like the basketball people were able to kind of come up with like something that,
Yeah,
yeah, that
it
like
would
kind
help
of
them to do
cut,
that.
yeah,
Mhm.
that kind of, because like the other the Caucasians and the other basketballers, they knew about this. They knew they had agents that could take care of them,
Yeah,
but the people of colors agents and
agent.
things like that, they don't tell them things like that because all they wanted was their money and whatever happened to them.
Mhm.
So that's why most of them, when they leave sports or leave anything, they're
They
broke.
always broke.
Yeah, so they kind of made a structure for that. So I'm thinking like, why isn't there like a structure for this? Because like in celebrity
Mhm.
time, going to rehab is like a flexing thing, like something you post on Instagram. So like,
Mhm. Yeah,
I don't,
because rehab is personal. Like
right.
even aside from where you go to, even if you go to this place in the mountains and they give you guys goat meat, it doesn't matter if you
Go to meet.
if if
I
you are
swear.
not, I swear, and if you're not ready, like
Right,
100%
right, right,
to be clean,
right,
like if you're not ready, one day something will happen, something will trigger you. And of course, I have to bring in the God factor because
right.
honestly, I think that's the only. Am I echoing?
No, no. Did someone say
Honestly,
American?
I think like that's the. I feel like I'm echoing.
No, 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 I can hear you.
Okay, I feel like only God can really help someone come out of that mindset of feeling like they need to grasp something, because the whole point is, someone must be feeling some kind of way to go back into something that they feel almost destroyed them.
Mm,
But
mm.
anyway, um of course, RIP DMX. Prince Philip lived a long, long life. If he was in Africa, we would all be wearing Ashoibi. His face would be on it in
Yes, it will
circles.
be.
We'll
Yes, it
write,
will
we'll
be.
write Sunre Prince Philip.
Yeah,
To be popping. There'll be
yeah.
drums
Everybody will be dancing, Baba oh, and trumpets and all
with
that, and like
trumpets.
the
Oh
the
my
the
god!
meme the meme
And then
guys,
they would invite those Ghanaian. Oh my
the
god, those
the
guys are.
the what are the Undertakers? They call them Undertakers,
They
right?
would invite those undertakers. They would dance. Yeah.
So yeah, that
So
would be. But
99 is a pretty good. Yeah. It
it's a
doesn't get
pretty
better
good.
than 99.
Yeah,
It does not get better than 99.
yeah. Again, just the DMX thing a little bit. What I was gonna post it, and I'm still gonna post about it, is that
Mhm.
the ultimate lesson I learned from it, right, is that the VG was nice, and
Mhm.
I'm not bashing anybody, and I don't know. The only two people can talk about things: someone that knows extremely well about something, or someone that knows nothing about that thing. Those are the two people
Ooh.
that should be able to talk about any subject. So I
Mm.
fall on in the latter. The people I know nothing about it, but what I'll
So
say
what?
is that just about him and like his
Okay.
life and this thing like that.
Okay.
So I claim to be an uneducated, ignorant person. Before I say this, and it's that we shouldn't wait till it gets bad before we hold vigils. We should hold vigils for people. We should, right? That's deep, right?
That is.
Thank you. So you flatter
Bill
me.
Adiolu, I'm proud of you.
Stop it. Stop it.
In fact, let me
No, but
cry. Hold on. Hold on. Let me cry. Let me put the countdown first. Okay, continue. I don't want to kill your vibe.
no,
Continue.
no, it's true, it's true. And I spoke to
Mm.
Into about it. This is that like we don't need to wait for it. Like if you know that there's someone that is going through something, I know that we kind of want to leave people and not be in their business, but we've lost so many people to this thing. We've
Yes.
lost so many people.
Yeah.
MJ, Prince, Elvis,
Mm.
oh shoot, what's the name of this lady? She's from Newark too.
Whitney?
Whitney too, like a daughter too. Like that's so tragic. Like you, I know it feels like imposing, but like it is while they're still here, and it doesn't even have to be as worse as suicide or anything. If you can
Mm.
help somebody, reach out to them, help them, open your
Mm.
heart. It's better to. Scripture says it's better to give than to receive. Like we don't no need to wait, and don't just pray. Like actively, contribute to keeping this person alive because these people are the I think a couple of years ago when they were trying to like pull down statues and of
Yeah.
like
Mm-hmm.
of this thing like that. These people are our statues. These are the things
Mm.
that we have. This is the things that the history has. This is the
Mm-hmm.
things that African Americans, that black people. This is our own legacy. Don't let them take it from us.
Mm. And
So
don't
just
take it from
watch out
yourself.
and don't take it from yourself. So
No, but I was going to say something though. I completely agree with what you're saying. I don't even want us to drag it too long. I can't believe it's been 20 minutes. But anyway,
we always talk
I
like this, man.
I
All right,
know
I know.
I completely agree with you, but I think, let's even start from home. Let's
Mm,
start from the people in our circles. Like,
mm,
okay,
mm, mm,
let's talk about our immigrant communities, for
mm,
instance. Those
mm,
pockets that we have,
mm,
the ones that meet, hey Lydia, the ones that meet whether in church or in the
mm,
mosque or in, friend circles,
mm,
school. Let's start, checking on the ones that are not doing,
mm.
that might not be doing so well. And I don't mean monetarily, because sometimes you think someone isn't really, doesn't really have so much money and
Right,
they're
right,
not doing well.
right,
Meanwhile,
right,
the person who has a seven-figure job is not doing well,
right, right,
right? So
right.
kind of like, I feel like there's a part of us that has been conditioned to reach out to our family, my
Mm,
family, and
mm,
it's just that, and
mm.
everybody else. Don't they have family? It's like
Right.
it's like when I was growing up, if you saw a woman or a man who was really old
Mm,
and really suffering, you'd be like, "What? Don't they have family?"
mm-hmm.
And that's understandable because we had social structures where family took care of family.
True, true.
So the only reason why you would not be taken care of was one, you didn't have family,
Right,
or two, you were very wicked
right.
and your family abandoned you.
Exactly,
That
exactly.
was it. That was the only other reason, right?
Right.
So I would just say what you said is completely true. Why wait for someone to be in the hospital before you start holding vigils and carrying candles?
Yeah, yeah,
When they're still here and you can see them struggling, right? Start
yeah.
start start reaching out then. Yeah.
There's so many layers to this thing. There's a part of
There's so many
just
layers.
mental health in like the you should talk about this mental health in like the black community. Like it's there's just so many.
No, but
But yeah,
everything starts from home. I
everything
think
starts from that.
even when you talk about like, oh, the black basketball players, or the black sports people, they couldn't. It all starts from home. The first place that you should hear about taxes should be in your house.
Oh, whoa, that is
The
point
first
right
place, the first
there.
person that teaches you about money and budget, and that's why you see that last month I was like going very hard with money
On
because I'm
yes,
like,
yes, yes,
I feel
yes.
like the our community is so bad with that.
Right.
You can't live 18 years and then wait for somebody to go learn that while he's so busy trying to get his head in the game.
Exactly.
He's worrying about how to make a shot and then he's having to think about paying tax. It should be
Yes.
conditioned in him.
Should be conditioned in
It's just like now you're receiving your paycheck and you know how to calculate, like,
him.
okay, have they taken them?
It is ridiculous. And this thing that you said, I will come back to it in our
Let's
other
go back
topic.
because you will start crying now. I
Yeah.
know. but, but trust me. Oh my god. Okay, you know
Right.
what? You know what? Let me just move to the next because the next one is funny.
Right.
It's
Right.
the next. Oh, the
Enough
next one
of
is
being.
not. No, the next one is not funny. The one after that is funny. So, there's an article I sent it to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it says that a parent in New York is seeking an okay to marry their own adult child.
Back down.
Bagang.
Back down.
And I
And
was like, no. Yeah. And I know the first thing I thought when I saw that was, can we please let Corona go first? At least let Corona go. And you people have done all your nonsense. Corona came. Let it go. Then you can say, maybe you want to marry a chicken. You've now carried it to your own child again. Okay.
I don't
Mm.
know, man. It's and do you know where this happened? Right. This is in New
In
York.
New York, yeah.
This is not because like
In New
no shade
York.
to.
Ah,
Okay,
I've seen someone that
this is
cannot
why we
sing
are
up
knowing the
to
choir
me.
right here.
Ah,
This is why you're knowing the choir. Anyways, but like this, like usually things like this, you kind of see it like in um the other parts of the country. That's where you like see things like this. Oh yeah,
yeah, but
yeah.
there's a reason
Not
why we don't even know the names of those parts of the country.
exactly. There's a
There's
reason
a
why we don't know the
reason.
names.
Yes, yes.
So it's but like this is New York. This is New York right here.
Mm,
Like what's going on? Like, and then I know before we're talking, we had oh my god, I hope your video doesn't get
No,
demonetized.
no, 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 no. Stop, stop. Don't say that.
No, 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 this is
Don't
what
talk about
this
that.
is.
Mhm.
Oh, what we were talking about
No,
before I
let's
started.
let
Oh,
it.
okay.
It will get. It will.
Anyways, it's a thing of like there is there's a line and there's a boundary
There is a line, but I feel like they're only, they're only for I don't even want to say let me play devil's advocate because I can't. There's no devil's advocate for this one. What I would just say is this, right?
Yeah,
People will continue to push that line that you speak of
of course,
until it
that's
no longer exists. They've
until
been
no
pushing
longer
it since the beginning of time.
they
I
have
was
been.
telling you that, my great grandmother walked around in her village
Right.
with a piece of cloth around her body
Yes.
and her
Yes.
shoulders bare
Right.
and beads on her neck,
Of course.
right? With her hair plaited into very elaborate exotic hairstyles.
Right.
And it was completely okay. She was seen as, a good, respectable wife.
Mm,
Her
mm,
shoulders, arms, everything bare,
mm,
right? But
mm.
today, if you went out with just a piece of cloth
Okay.
wrapped around you,
Yeah. Back
it would
home,
be
you wouldn't
like,
actually get in trouble. There are some places like back home that
yes,
you actually
no,
get.
you would never get. But if I did that, it would be like, what's going on? Is
Exactly.
everything okay, right?
Right.
And
Right.
so the line has pushed, 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 pushed,
Right.
pushed.
Right.
So
And as creatives, like the whole essence of being a creative is pushing the line and pushing the boundary. So I,
yeah.
I guess the question that we should ask ourselves is, where do we draw the line?
And is it up to you to draw the line? I think
Is
you
it
can
up to
only
you to
draw the
draw the line?
line with yourself.
Yes, and everybody's entitled to that. You know what? You know what? You're right. And it's a
Mhm.
dangerous thing to say, but I'm
No,
a
but it's
big.
true.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion,
Hmm.
right? Whatever you want to do, you should do it.
Yeah.
But then the challenge in that, and the part where we can just blow ourselves up, is
Hmm.
when someone does something and it's accepted, and then the next person, you you know the next person wants to do it, and you're like, oh, but that other person did it and nothing happened, so why
Yeah.
can't I do it too? So
Yeah.
I think it's the thing that we're kind of combating, and just
Yeah.
taking our religion from it. And these people, they probably don't know, or whatever thing they believe in,
Hmm.
it's probably, maybe it's not against it and things like that, so we can judge them through our religion. This is just talking morally. This is just talking from a part. And they didn't. This person didn't specify their name. This
No,
person didn't specify.
yeah, let me read what they said just so, whoever
Right.
is watching can.
Right.
Legal papers, no, the proposed spouses are adults, the filing says. So they filed, right? And they are letting it be known that, look, we're grown. We can sleep with whoever we like, even if it's someone
Exactly.
that came out from me, I can.
Right.
The
Right.
proposed spouses are adults. The proposed spouses are biological parent and child. The filing says that too. The proposed
Mhm.
spouses are unable to procreate together. So, there's that.
So they are
And
not
then,
procreate together. That means like they're not gonna have more kids.
yeah, they should, no, no, they don't have any kids. This is a mother or a father and a child, or a
The
mother
child,
and a
yeah,
child.
yeah. They're
So it's
saying
not,
like,
so they are already parents and child.
right. I know, but
Right.
I think that in that article they're
No,
saying
so
like
no,
they
no,
won't have more kids.
no, because in New York, incest is a felony.
So
So I think what they're trying to skirt is that we
they
won't
won't
have
be
children.
incestuous, right?
We won't have children. We will just have a relationship, because in the first place. So that's what they're saying, right? That they won't
Right.
have children. It will just be that they will, have a relationship, minus
Right.
kids.
Right.
So if we make this our path, then you don't really have a right to disqualify us.
Right, yeah,
Um,
and it's the thing of that, looking for like loopholes in like the system, and
exactly.
just I don't know, man. But it's just, if
Yeah, but
something is wrong, let's
mhm,
just say it's wrong, though. Like,
yeah. So,
but
listen
then
to this. The parent wants to walk down the aisle in New York City. The audacity. and is asking a judge to declare the laws unconstitutional and unenforceable in their case, which the lawsuit dubs PAACMP, which is for parent and adult child non-procreationable. You know what? From the way this thing is looking, right? There are other people who, because before they dub something, there are
They
enough
like
people
people
that are
sign petitions
advocating
and
for
things
it.
like that. This
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. That like everybody should entitled to their opinion, but if a person do it now, everybody say that look at me too.
Ah, listen to this. Oh Lord. Oh my God. They said, um, parent and adult child couples for whom procreation is either virtually or literally impossible
Mm,
can aspire to the transcendent purpose of marriage
mm,
and seek fulfillment in its
mm,
highest meaning.
mm,
They argue, claiming it would diminish their humanity if they were
mm,
unable to tie the knot with the
mm.
child that they conceived.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
I feel pained.
They
And
want a deeper level of connection. That's what
yes,
I actually want.
exactly. It's not enough that you had to.
We are the problem. We are the one thinking about it in the wrong way.
Yes, no, we're the
Yes.
ones. It's not
Mm,
enough that they had to spend 9 months waiting for somebody to
yes.
show up,
They want to,
or less, because sometimes it's
yes.
less and
Mm,
sometimes it's more. It's not enough that you went through all of that, right?
mhm.
You have to transcend
To
to a greater relationship
exactly,
by
exactly.
tying the knots. This
By
knot,
time.
no, that people will marry today and divorce tomorrow. You transcended.
Hey, slow
No, no,
down.
no, no, no. I have to be on. Look, I have to be honest here. This not
Oh
that
wow.
people will tell themselves, "I love you today. I will die for you," and tomorrow they will say they're not doing it again. This same
Right.
nuts.
This is
All right,
not no
no problem.
now.
No,
Some other
well,
people like wanna.
it's okay.
It is well. It is well. But
Yes,
yeah.
let's move. Let's move on to the next. So
All
anyway,
right. All right.
what is your thought? Let's. What is your thought? Right, like what is one thing that has happened in the last 10 years that you never thought would be a thing, but surprise, surprise, it's an actual thing right now. One thing.
TikTok.
When it started, you thought it was going to die out, right?
I thought it was. I mean, Vine died, and
But
then
Vine was good for a while before they died.
yeah, I don't know.
It's
I
like,
don't
man.
know.
Okay, so you,
I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
I thought TikTok was going to definitely be a thing, right?
All right.
But I could never believe that adults, like doctors, people serving in the army, it was crazy.
TikTok. I just said TikTok thing as a joke, but I'm like low key kind of pissed towards TikTok because TikTok runs deep now. It runs like deep into the music industry too, which is like whatever. But
But I think another thing is just people are we are created to create. And
true, 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 true.
if you can give people the platform to be as creative as they can be, whoa,
No, can
people
I say
will,
something else?
yeah, yeah, let's
What
hear
was
it.
asking the question again?
I what now I'm afraid to ask. Now I'm legit afraid to ask, so they don't demonetize me.
No, no,
Okay,
no, no. It's fine. It's fine.
okay,
It's fine.
Gem. What
Mm-hmm.
is something in the last? How many years did I call it? Five,
Last 10 years, I think.
10? Okay, five to
You can say
ten.
yes to this, if and I will have something to say.
5 to 10 years that was not
Mhm.
a thing, but it's now a thing.
The WAP music video.
Oh my
Ah,
God! I thank God he brought that up. Do you know today, right? The my one of my kids, he homeschools beside me,
right.
so he was WebEx was having issues, right?
Mhm.
So
I hope
the
I get
teacher
the
was
story going.
the teacher the teacher was going in and out, like her voice would double sometimes, it would triple sometimes. In my mind I'm just like, praise the Lord, let them just cancel this school. That was almost in my mind because I was tired. And then and she too, and the teacher too, was, you could tell that she was trying to get back on, but it wasn't working.
Right.
So in the meantime, one of the kids on the camera, like, I think they have a sibling,
Mhm.
and that sibling was listening to a song. It was some Cardi song or something, one of those songs, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And the child who was like in school was saying, um, "Mommy said you shouldn't dance to that music," and the other child was saying, "I'm not dancing. I'm just listening." And it's like, And he was like, but you're listening. And mommy said, don't listen to music that they have cussing in it. And that one was arguing. She was like, I'm not listening. I'm playing. I was like, oh my God.
That's a lot.
But yeah, so I'm not going to ask you what exactly it is. Like if it was called something else, would you, if it had a different name, if the chorus was, if WAP meant something else,
Worship and
not
praise.
what, not worship and praise. Please stop, because I hear churches are sending flyers out saying come to our WAP program. I'm like,
Oh my
stop,
god.
please. So as I was saying, if it was not, if WAP meant something different,
Hmm.
would you like it more?
Um,
What exactly don't you like?
so I actually say truth. I actually like the song honestly, because again, I do like I've only heard the song
I
like twice.
can't.
I can't watch the music video because I'm very I
Images stay in your head, right?
let me just stay in my head. My mind is where all my creativity, so I can put junk in it. Not saying that it is junk, because to some other people they like it, but just
Jam
God
jam,
has a
jam
gift.
jam, own it. If it's junk to you, say it's junk to you. Okay.
It's not again. It's not like it's junk. It's just images stay in my head, and I'd rather not have like certain images in my head as it is. So I like to
Okay.
control kind of what I put
What
into
goes
myself.
in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but this I think the song is actually quite
It's very
relatable.
catchy. It's very catchy.
It is no. She knows how to make catchy songs. So
She knows
nothing
how to
else.
make catchy
That
music.
that's just don't let's go to so that was
Yeah.
just
So
jokes. I
that's
just had it
it.
in my
So
mind.
WAP.
The main thing.
Somebody is saying it is junk. Can you see? There's somebody saying
Who said it is
someone is
junk?
saying say the truth.
I mean, Lydia.
This
Lydia is
is
saying it is
junk.
junk.
No, let
Oh
let
my
him
word.
be tiptoeing around. And I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, right?
No,
But
no,
for
no, no,
me,
no.
it's just
If I say it is if it is junk to me, then it again is just there's some kind of creativity that went into it, and I'm a creative, and in whatever form, like I always give you credit for it. Again, like I said,
yeah.
that's make catchy song,
Hmm.
but that's not actually what I wanted to say. That was just a joke. The thing
Okay.
that actually has surprised me in the past 10 years is hate has always been a part of the world, and hate and just hatred against things
Yeah.
that you don't understand
Understand.
has always been just in humans, like it's
Yeah.
part of being human. I call
Yeah.
it the tragedy of man, which we have the same propensity for evil as much
Gem,
as we have the same
Gem Shakespeare. The propensity of tragedy.
the
Keep
propensity,
going.
the
Keep going.
tragedy
I'm listening. Hmm.
of the clink clank. All right, so I'm
Mm.
sidetrack again. Anyway, so as much good as we can do is as much evil that we can do as human beings. So I understand that, but over the past 10 years, over the past 4 years especially, is that people being able to come, because bad things have happened, and then over a period of time people kind of kept quiet and kind of did everything on the DL,
Hmm.
right? But then things happened, and someone gave a voice to some people that didn't have a voice, and
Hmm.
all of a sudden we are back to like this place that everybody knew was bad, and if you only whispered these bad things about your neighbors and kind of put it under, but now you can come forward and say it. You have the audacity to say like, oh, I want to get married to my kid. The next topic we're talking about, you have the audacity to say things like that. You have the audacity to say just how much hate has become part of culture, and as become part of like everything that we're going through as the human experience. Is very, very
Hmm.
strange to me, because in your heart you look at someone that a little bit different from you, not that different from you, right? And you can care about an animal more than you can care about this person that has blood flowing through their veins as you. That was very, very strange to me. Oh,
Where
that
do
was
you
very,
think? Where do you think that comes from?
again, it has always been in us, but it's just the part that, like, I don't want to mention their name because everybody used their
Mm.
name, but the people that their name starts with N and ends with I, like, I feel like they were the last people. There's a Z in their name too,
Ha, Jesus.
and a A.
Diolu,
Oh,
I've not gone back to school for a reason.
no,
You're
no,
putting
no,
me
no,
back.
no. Anyways, just like that was like the last time that like humanity was like at its worst, I believe. And then after then, like it kind of went down, and everybody was love and peace. But things were still going on. There was still violence. There was still
Oh my God. It's
hate
just it's
crimes.
just hitting home for me. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but like all of a sudden, someone comes up and then it starts talking like this person, and like we know that it's talking like this person, and now I'm tiptoeing around stuff, and I don't like. But
Yeah. But
you know,
you know what? You know what I'm just going to say? Where do you think this comes from? Where do you think a person learns to value an animal over a certain kind of human being? The home
their home.
is
That's what
all
that's what he
coming
said. It's
from
the
the
home.
home.
It's the
I
home.
I will continue to preach this. Where does hate come from? Most of the time, check, it's the home.
It's
Where
the
does
home.
racism come from? It's the home. The
It's the
things
home.
you say when you're watching TV, the things you say when you're at the dinner table with your
Right.
family. You
Right.
don't even have to say, oh, this color of people are, dash, dash, dash. No,
Right.
it could
Right.
just be that you're judging a situation.
Exactly.
And it's between a Caucasian and a black person or a person of
Right.
color. And every
Right.
time you support the Caucasian and you tear the black person down,
Exactly.
it registers in the child's mind.
It does.
It's
It
just
does.
like maybe it's just like why in so many families especially in the motherland will ladies not talk about them being raped, right? It's
Right.
because
Right.
they've heard you at home saying this person that went to that place wearing a skirt, why wouldn't she get raped?
Right. Right.
And they've seen your reaction to somebody
To that
saying this
things like
happened to
that.
me, and so of
Exactly.
course when it happens to them they're not going to say anything,
They're not
right?
gonna see
It's just
anything.
like you hear your mom or your dad like tear down someone who's a person of color or say things that are racist, and you're going to grow up believing it's okay. The teacher calls your parents and says that you're bullying a black kid or you're bullying a Mexican kid or you're bullying, a kid who's wearing a hijab, and you
Right.
don't really go hard on your kid, like how
Right.
dare you? They're going to
Right.
think it's okay,
Exactly. Exactly.
right?
And yeah,
So
it is absolutely from the home, and it's the place of parents, and even those of us that want to be parents someday to be mindful of these things. And this is not
yeah.
just
And
at the
those of
other
you that
end
don't
too.
want to be parents, is not by force. This is not a club,
It's not.
please.
Yeah.
They
If
are
you
not
don't want
giving
to,
you people. They are. Hey, this is not Australia. It's only Australia I know that when you give birth, they'll give you $1,000
they do.
or so. I know they'll give you money when
Amigo,
you give birth.
I am
Here,
officially
stay
putting it
here.
to you here.
No, stay
Only
here.
let's
This is
move
your
to
country.
Australia. Only they give us money. Let's move to
Look,
Australia.
it's only in some countries. I hope I'm not calling countries wrongly or calling the wrong cost. But to my knowledge, that they pay people when they give birth. Okay,
Right.
it's not a club. They're not. There's no. If you don't want, I'm saying if you don't.
Right.
If you don't want,
Right.
because that's why you see people like it's a lot. Or
It's
if you don't want more than a certain number, or something, or you want 6 years in between, or you want them all at once, like, do you? It's
right.
not a club. Kids are not badges.
Yeah.
You don't just put them on your chest and walk around proudly. They take
Right.
work, and
Right.
every day of your life you are going to be seeing yourself reflected in them. You yell at them like a crazy person, the next day they're yelling at each other like that. Like, they're
Right.
constantly reflecting your failings. i'm
They
not i'm
are.
not even
They
failing I'm
are.
not
They
even
give.
lying. They're
Yeah.
constantly reflecting your failings and your good deeds. They're
Right.
constantly showing
Right.
you what you're doing,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
right? And I
Right.
just think if you're not ready,
Don't do it.
don't do it.
It's not by force.
Hey, some people will come for me with this my rant. God help me.
No,
Anyway,
no,
let's
it's true. It's true. I'm with it.
don't
Hi,
do it.
my name is Deolu, and I
And I
approve this
support
message.
this motion.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so let's move to the next one.
All right.
Um, this one, no, I've been waiting for like a month. I think this didn't happen like last month or something. I've
Oh
been waiting.
man,
Long Island headmaster. He's been fired or put on leave or put on
leave, not
suspension,
fired.
by the way.
It's been
Okay,
leave.
leave. But I think I read an article that said he had been let go.
I didn't read that, so I don't know.
Okay. Okay, but anyway, Long Island headmaster placed on leave after mom claims he made her black son kneel while apologizing to teacher. So, the
I need to go
background
for
to this.
background because
Yeah,
the story has
yeah.
layers.
So the background is that in the past, this headmaster had met a student, right, who did something wrong, and his parents, his father or I think his father had brought that kid to school and made that kid kneel down to
Okay.
apologize for the wrong thing that he did.
Yeah.
And of course, so look, this thing is so layered. We should have started as number one. Let's just end it after, like, let's just take this as the last major topic.
Right. Right. Right.
I think to
Right.
that we should talk about. Let's see what else we had on the. What else
I
did
think it's
we
the
have
last one.
scheduled? Oh, it's the last.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
we had one
We
after
have
that.
one. Oh. Okay.
But
Okay. Okay. I
yeah,
didn't know
okay.
that.
I know we're taking that one, but let's break this down, right?
All right.
You know what?
Also, it's important to add that
Hmm.
this was in a Catholic school, so just also pointing that out.
Yes. Okay. So,
As a person of faith, no, 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 it's okay.
and
That's
no, but what does it have to do with as a person of faith? Are you kneeling down to Jesus?
no, no, no. But like, this is just a Catholic school, so to
Yeah.
kind of
Okay.
like
Okay. And
transparent.
and just to add that in there, it also happened in New York.
Yeah, what is going on in New York, man? Aren't they like quarantine in and stuff? Like, what is
Quara,
happening?
what? Quara, what? When they live, they have to live and do their thing now. So
Uh,
anyway, this this is what I'm going to say, right? The headmaster. I don't. When I heard this story, right,
all
and
right.
then he did that to this 11-year-old. So because he had seen that in the past, he did that to this 11-year-old child and
Mm-hmm,
told the child to kneel down and apologize to his white teacher, right?
mm-hmm,
And the
mm-hmm.
child went home and told his Haitian mom. And his
Wait, are
Haitian
they
mom was
Asian?
like, "What? Yes, his mom is Haitian.
Well, like the
Haitian,
H,
Haiti.
like H. Oh, okay, okay. Sorry, it's the H factor. Sometimes in my head, not really organizing that.
All right,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
okay." So he went home, told his mom, right? Ah, I
Okay.
love kids like that. Ah, God, I love kids that know how to come home and report. I love it. I hate it when my kids tell me 6 months ago this happened. I'm like, what?
Why didn't you
Why didn't
tell
you
me?
tell me
Right,
that day?
right,
It's now not fresh. If
right,
I should not be as if I'm lying. Why did
right,
you tell me
right,
that day?
right.
So I love it when kids go home and just, and of course the reason why, there are so many layers to why kids will feel okay to tell you some things. And it also depends on your reaction.
Yeah, kudos to her, and
Kudos kudos to
talking
her.
of
But
home
anyway,
too. Yeah,
speaking of home,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so he got because he knows he has a mom that doesn't play with that nonsense.
Right.
And he got home and he told his mom, um, this is what they asked. They asked me to kneel to my white teacher,
Mm,
um, for not turning in my homework.
mm,
I think that was what happened.
mm.
And of course, the teacher came and said, "How dare you?" And the principal said, the headmaster said, "Oh, a few years ago, I had an African parent who, told us that when a child does something wrong, they kneel and they apologize."
To show that
And
they're
so, yeah, and so that was like, and she said, "Well, I'm Haitian."
right.
And of course, the man who even did that was Nigerian. And I didn't even need to find that out because the moment I heard about it, I said, "I know these are my people. This kneeling
Right,
down thing,
right,
Otibayin Debi,
right.
you have brought it in your bag." Okay,
Hmm.
no problem.
Hmm.
No, wait, hold on. Oh. I'm not talking about kneeling down. See, you know what? I'm ready. I'm ready for you because you started in headlines. I'm ready for you. Look, Adeolu,
Yeah.
when you don't properly break down the reason for your culture to an outsider,
Right.
you give them the opportunity to weaponize it.
Against your
When you
trust.
don't break down how powerful and deep
Mm,
it is,
mm.
you give them the opportunity to turn it and use it against you
Of
and
course.
play with it.
Of course.
Did that man explain, for instance, that only a tribe does that? Only one tribe out of all the
All the
tribes
other tribes. Yeah.
in Nigeria kneels
Right.
down. Did he explain that in some tribes it is almost abomination? It's almost
Right.
like completely disrespectful
Right.
to kneel
Right.
down to somebody else?
Right.
Did he explain that in some tribes people shake hands just
Right.
like
Right.
Caucasians?
Right.
He
So
did not.
he did not. He did not. And so the reason why I turned my head was because this to me kind of seems strange excuse me, very funny in the sense of like, you know, it's just a funny situation, man. This is a
I
very
wasn't I
strange,
wasn't
weird
even mad at the
situation.
principal at all. I
I,
was mad at the parent. I
I was
was
mad
not
at the
mad.
Nigerian parent.
That's what I'm saying.
That
I
is what
wasn't
I'm
mad
thinking
at the
about now
principal.
too, because it's a sense of like, you know, so me coming here first when
Mhm.
I got here about 6 or 7 years ago, 6 years ago, I think. And whenever we talk to adults in Nigeria, we usually bow and say sir or
As a
man.
man.
Yeah. Usually bow as a man, and if you're a lady,
Mhm.
you kind of kneel down or
Kneel
kind of
or
curtsy a little bit.
courtesy.
Yeah, and you say sir and ma. Now think about that. Those two things. There's a challenge with saying we're doing those two things now, as it is in 2021. The first challenge is that when you bow to someone, it just looks weird to them. Because even till today, if I'm talking to my boss and I say something, I kind of bow to them. Or and another thing, and you can't look
Eye
at people in
contact.
the eye. You can't make eye contact.
Disrespectful.
But here, if you don't make eye contact, then that
It's
means
seen
you're
as
being
rudeness or you're
yes.
being shifty.
Yeah, exactly. But it's kind of opposite, like back home.
Yes.
And things like this, I'm first generation. Our parents don't teach us things like this. And, it's very, very important to kind of, I think, as parents, again, starting from the home. This situation is kind of like parallel of two kinds of homes. Like, they are very close to each other. I know that Asians and Nigerians, we share almost similar cultures and things like that.
Mhm.
And just the parallel of one, if this had happened at a Nigerian family, right? And I know, like, I'm not bashing Nigerian parents. Nigerian parents are awesome. They love their
Mhm.
kids, but they will probably stay on the side of the teacher. Do we know what this kid did?
He didn't turn in his homework. Are you kidding?
They
My kid
didn't.
comes up and tells me that it's where I going to that school. I John Lonnie. What are you saying?
So I mean, I don't know. Like, I've gotten bashed. Again, my mom is awesome. I'm not bashing my mom, but like, I'm
Mm.
telling you this. Like, the I've gotten bashed. It's a whole long story, but I've gotten bashed before for something that I technically did not do. But my guardian in school was a teacher, said I did to my mom, and the next thing I heard was just fasting and prayer on my sake so that I don't become a thief in life for something that I did not even take, man. I was just at the wrong place at the wrong time, and kids just acting like kids. And I did not get the vote of confidence. It doesn't mean that she doesn't give me the vote of confidence, but there's
Mhm.
something about, like, just parents, hold yourself well. Second part of this thing is you can't say sir and ma anymore. They're different pronouns now. They're different, what people prefer to be identified as. And you can say Sarah or Matt to everybody. And I'm still caught in that thing sometimes. We are like, I'm having a conversation with someone and I just kind of assume their identity and just say Sarah Matt. I quickly like catch myself, right?
Mhm.
'Cause- yes, because I laughed just then. So, like, there needs to be, parents needs to kind of watch out for these things and make sure that their kids and they
Yeah.
themselves interact with society in the right way, and kind of, especially if like your kids are just coming in, like the right way to
Yeah.
interact with the
Like kind of
environment.
help them find their feet.
Exactly.
Don't just throw them in the deep. So that Nigerian parent, right, who told his child to kneel, right?
Right. Right.
I also see where that parent is coming from. When I was a kid, right, growing up in
Right.
Nigeria and
Right.
going to school in Nigeria, my dad didn't. My dad wasn't about that life, right?
Right.
For
Right.
him, leave my kid to me. I will
Right.
discipline my child.
Right.
Are
Right.
they doing well in school? What
Mm.
is the regular punishment that you
True.
punish other kids? Nothing special, nothing extreme.
True.
Don't
True.
treat my kids different from other kids. Just
But you've also told me that your parents are very progressive. So, like from our discussions, I know your parents are
yeah, but
like
at the
100%
same
progressive.
time, yeah, at the same time, I still feel like at home, right? Things were done, and by home I mean in the motherland, things are
Right.
done differently.
Right.
In fact, you would have parents come and say, you have a parent drop off a child and tell the teacher he was rude to his older brother. Help me discipline him. Help me. Can you
Right.
imagine? And the teacher is like, your mom said you were rude. Lie down here and let me pay
Right.
you, right? So it was like teachers were like parents too. That's the deal. But
Yeah,
it's not
that's
the
the culture
same
enough.
here. That
Yeah, it takes a
communal,
village.
yeah, that communal,
It's
it
not the
takes a
same.
village. in your home country, it
It
does
doesn't
not
happen.
exist here.
Right.
So the last thing you want is to have your kid kneeling down to a teacher, and then it becomes a source of bullying to him in the future,
Yeah, yeah,
or it becomes you know what, even as a parent that can do that, I'm not sure you're a parent that if your child started to get, start if someone started to do something bad to your child, I'm not going to say anything more than that, but if somebody started to do something bad to your child, I'm not even sure your child would be able to come and tell you,
yeah, yeah.
because
Because
there's a level of humiliation, that I understand discipline. Look,
in
I'm a
there, yeah,
Nigerian mom. I
right,
understand discipline, but there's a limit.
right.
When your discipline is entering humiliation, then
Mhm.
you need to check yourself. That's all
Exactly.
I'm saying. Yeah.
And yeah, sure, yeah. You said we have one more stuff. I don't want to like go.
No, 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 no.
About
Six. Shakespeare. Say it.
Nothing
Say
to
it.
cry
Points
about
up.
this one. And it's
Points.
just there's I learned something of recent about two things is I don't okay, this is in New York and we don't know what
Okay.
part of New York this is in.
Okay. In New York again. Okay,
Uh,
this one.
no, 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 no. What we're talking about right
No, I
now.
know the part. Can I pronounce it? That is another story. Oh, it's in Uniondale, New York.
I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's like a because it's also important
Long
because
Island. The
Long
school is
Island.
in Long Island. Yeah.
So yesterday I learned two terms. Educational stratification and educational segregation.
Hmm.
The place of what kind of school? I mean, we know it's a Catholic school. Who is it predominantly people of color in their school? Is it
Hmm.
predominantly Caucasians in their school? For him to make
Hmm.
that kind of assumption, is this the only person of color that is going to the entire school?
It
It's
could be.
possible.
It
It
could
could be.
be.
So people kind of
In New
need to
York,
educate.
though, I'm not sure. In New York, it's such a melting pot that I cannot believe that any school would have one
But this is
color.
Long
Like,
Island, though. I didn't think. I mean, and we are everywhere, though.
I
But
almost said colored. God help
it
me.
also
One
depends.
person of color, one in a whole school.
I mean, but you don't know
This is
again.
not,
Like
this is not some small town in God knows where. This is New
right, but
York.
there are some schools that people of color find challenging to go to. Talk less of immigrants that find challenging to go to based on like.
But you know what? You know what though? This is one thing I've noticed, right? Immigrants, especially people who come from West Africa, I've noticed once they happen to be wealthy,
Mhm.
will go to any school. That as in will look for like the most expensive school and
And
put their
send the
kids
kids.
in there. I've
Right,
seen I've
right,
seen that.
right,
And it's
right,
even a boarding school. And I'm thinking, really? You let
right.
them go off 7 hours? And they're like, yes, it's a very expensive school. It's a very good school. And I'm like,
It's
okay.
it's also like back home mentality because like back home like
Exactly.
your kid has to go to like the most expensive school or like the best school,
Or like the
you know,
best school. Ah,
for
yeah.
for them to for you to kind of feel like oh they're getting the best education, which is not right in the same
Which
thing.
is
Like,
not true because
it's not true.
trust me,
It's
I
not true back
went
home.
to,
It's not true
it
here.
is not true. I
It's not
went to
true
a
here.
school like
Also.
that and I will tell you that the sometimes exposure has good and bad sides.
Of course, of
Because the
course.
things that you, especially when they go to boarding school, the things they
Mm,
would never have ever
mm.
learned,
They
they are
will
like completely exposed to.
right, right.
Because
But I mean,
they're rolling with kids that, can afford anything.
I went to boarding school and I turned out perfectly.
You did. Okay. No,
I
all
went to
right,
boarding
okay.
school actually. I went to boarding school and it turned out great. So
No,
I
no,
know
but
I
it
turned
depend. It
out.
depends. It depends. It depends. Honestly,
Yeah, honestly, to God, it's not. Boarding school is not. I don't know, man.
it depends on. I guess it also there are different reasons for. It depends. For me, I think I would let my kid go to boarding school if they have proven that they have some level of being able to think for themselves.
But that's the. So again, I speaking for in the defense of boarding school, playing the devil advocate a little bit.
Hmm.
The essence of boarding school is to teach you to stand on your own 2 feet,
No,
though.
but you need to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. And he said, I went to boarding school. Now look at me. I don't even know what to say. After watching him cut his hair last night, I don't even know what to say to you.
Oh
But
my god!
I honestly feel like it depends. I think your child, right? You can't I don't know. Maybe because of the kind of school I went to.
This boarding school I went to was like I went to two or three. I don't know. Maybe Heritage can because
Went to
me and
two or
myself and
three
Heritage. I
schools.
went to two or three boarding schools. There was just a part in my life
Why were
where
you moving from school to school?
there was honestly like a part in my life in our family like where like we were just like moving to and from, but it got
Okay,
too much at the end of the
you are
day.
moving places.
Yeah, it was like
Okay.
when mommy traveled and like I
Yeah.
moved to and then went back to the school that we started with, and
Yeah.
it was just a very strange phase of our lives. But I've seen like different levels of
Of
schools and even
school.
schools that were really really renowned in some parts.
Mhm.
I also attended university in like one of the most prestigious universities in Nigeria, and you come to find out like it's just name, bruh. Like it's just name and hardship. There's nothing there.
Oh my God,
So
is that hardship?
it's just name and hardship. And
What?
but it was fun. For me, at the end of the day, it wasn't really about what I learned. It's about the
Mhm.
people I met.
Okay, but what I'm saying is when you got into school, could you think for yourself at all?
I don't think
Could
so.
you
They used to-
you couldn't
no,
tell this person has treated me badly and I don't want to be their friend anymore.
no,
This
no, no.
person, you couldn't tell any of
I
that.
was crying all the time. They used to call me my mommy's. Not this is not like in the school that they bullied me. Or in the school they could not bully me because I was so tiny that I was unbullyable. People literally protected me from other people bullying me.
Bullying you.
I didn't have morning chores because usually in boarding school you do morning chores. I
How
didn't have
did you
morning
know?
chores.
Oh, you had school fathers and school mothers
Yeah, like
and
because people look at me and be like, if I touch this one, he will
okay.
die. So I can't touch him. So that's how tiny and like clueless I was. Back home, this is not in school. They used to call me my dad called me like my mom's handbag because I followed that everywhere. And the first time I was
You know
away
this
from
is the internet and it will never leave.
no, it's fine. This guy this should be public
Your
already. So
nickname is now your mom's handbag
I'm not my mom's handbag now. I'm Onyi's handbag
anymore.
now.
Ooh, okay. Shout out to
Mhm.
Oyin at
All
the
right.
fact. Okay, but anyway, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Different people have different experiences, but I think because of my own experience in boarding
Right.
school,
Right.
I think I would not approve of a child that is very easily influenced
Hmm.
to to
Heritage or something, right?
no, not heritage. People are just applauding this your own love.
But I think
So
what you're saying in essence is that as a parent, like just be on top of like the
I need to
situation.
I need to know my child and know,
Exactly.
if I leave this child alone, will they even study? Are they is that a child that can sit by themselves? Some kids it's very hard for them to even sit by themselves to read,
Right. Right.
right?
Right.
And this is not a country where, except you're sending them to some kind of army school,
Hmm.
it's not a country. It's not. There's no. They have. It has to come. They have to find some special way to motivate them.
Of
You
course.
can't. It's not like you can cane them. You
You
know.
can't.
You can't punish them.
That's another situation on its
You
own. But
can't. You can't do all of that. All of the stuff that they did to us.
right.
You can't tell them go and fetch water into a bucket with a spoon, and somebody's doing that like 100 times, 100, 200 trips a
Can
night,
I
fetching
can I
bucket after bucket. You can't do that here.
can I say something
So
bad? Quick,
yeah.
quick. You can't punish them, but you can want to marry them. Mm. Jesus, come and take my phone.
This is the reason why you're not in the choir. This
This is
here
the reason why
is the
I'm not in the
reason
choir.
why
They
you're not in the
rejected me. I
choir.
tried. They rejected me.
You
But
tried, they
yeah,
rejected you.
and also for
Yeah,
kids too, and like for people of my age, like just be open with your parents because you need like someone to kind of guide you there because
yeah.
it's very very hot out here. It's very very
It's,
very
the
hot.
streets, the streets are calling everyone's names
The
right
streets
now.
are calling everyone. So,
But kids can only be open to parents who approve of openness,
true,
who
true,
don't
true.
turn,
Yeah.
who don't make it into, you know, different things, who don't tell other people,
Right,
who don't
right,
tell their siblings
right.
that because this is what I was about to go into the Yoruba rant. Who doesn't tell their siblings, this is what Jolu told me yesterday, and it's a very private thing,
Right, right, right,
right? Or
right,
the day
right.
when you just make a little mistake, Maybe
and
they say,
and
ah, um, maybe they say, Jem, come and drive me to my friend's place. We want to check whether our gailies are matching. And you're like,
oh my
Mom,
god,
I'm very busy. They're like, that's how you
so
told me
many
that the other
stories.
day.
So many stories. And again, it's a thing of culture and just you as parents. I don't know how many parents are watching this and listening to this. As parents, should be able to be flexible and kind of leave outside of yourself to experience what your kids are experiencing. Because it doesn't mean that they are bad parents. It's just these are things that's also been taught in them for like 20, 30, 40
Exactly. Like
years.
this is
You know,
all
how
you
do you
know.
expect them
This
to
is all
change?
that's what I always say. Like our parents did what they could with the
They did what they could.
information that
Right,
they had. That
right,
they were
right,
trying their best. Nobody,
right.
they were trying their best.
So I don't know, man. I think everybody should just do better and be better at things.
Amen. Amen to that. Amen to that.
Amen to
So,
that.
okay. I know that you've got your shots. Have you taken your second shot? COVID-19
Yes,
vaccine.
yes, 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 yes.
Hey, COVID free,
We can
COVID
be
free, COVID free. Pop
popping.
into it. Where are you popping to? Are you
I'm not
popcorn?
popping. I
You
don't go
better stay in
anywhere.
that your
So
house. If I
I
see
only
you,
stay in this place. Just this place, work and church, and that's it.
that's it.
That's
So
it.
you have a triangle life:
I have a triangle life. I have been
home,
going out more,
work,
but
and
not for a
church.
distance. Just like
You've been going out.
like yeah, just like client jobs and maybe
Client jobs.
shooting
Anyway,
music videos. If you know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I've heard you. Anyway, so what was your experience with the first shot? I've heard that some people got very sick. I've
Yeah.
heard some people said they didn't get sick at all, but then the second shot took them out. Like,
Right.
what was
Right.
your experience?
Did you know that in Newark currently, also this is to everybody trying to look for it if you're trying to get vaccinated, wherever you are, especially in places of people of color, they're kind of giving the shots without
Jo-
appointment.
Joy said, cancel the triangle life and make it a square life.
Where's the square? What's the other square?
Home, work, church, and
I like the triangle life though. I've been this.
Joy, let's know what, like, if it's a square life, what should be the first thing? Tell us in the comments.
So yeah, if you're in a place of a lot of people of color don't want to take the vaccines. And again, like some people say, like they understand it, like the government has not actually been transparent with us based on their history. You should not want to get it, but this is kind of different. Go get vaccinated first, and I want to say. So in Newark, that actually you don't need appointment. You just
You
come
can
and do
just
it.
walk in and go.
Yeah, because people are not getting it. So we have excess vaccines in Newark. Yeah, that's how bad it is around there.
Oh.
But nothing happened. Again, to the scientific part of it, someone even came to HCC Church to come explain this. Is it is just like getting the flu shot. It's even, I believe, less
Oh
than
yeah,
getting.
I watched when he was explaining
Yeah.
that. Yeah, but
So
you know what? I think, you know, I just think sometimes when you've heard so many bad things about something.
it's WhatsApp. WhatsApp is the issue. We need to
What's
cancel
up?
WhatsApp. Cancel culture. Come and carry WhatsApp,
God,
especially for
no.
our parents.
No, what's oh my god, WhatsApp is oh lord. What
Come
and
and carry WhatsApp.
have you seen the WhatsApp I sent you? I'm like, which of the 300 should I have
Yeah,
seen?
yeah.
When you don't check your WhatsApp. When you don't check your WhatsApp, how will you know what is happening?
Again, see, let me tell you something. That scare me off WhatsApp because every morning I wake up, something's
What are you
waiting
gonna
for me
do?
on WhatsApp. I'm like, what's going on? That's when you see somebody did this and this happened.
No, no, I've had to like tell everybody that sends me any. I have some basic rules for WhatsApp, right? I respect WhatsApp because
The
WhatsApp.
ground rules.
I respect WhatsApp because WhatsApp put Black Card out of business. It put Boss Card out of business.
What's boss card?
When I first moved to the US, right, you
Mhm.
call with cards.
Oh,
Or
boss
you
level
get the
card.
account on your phone and
Oh
you
yeah,
call, but
yeah,
it
I
was
know
a
this. I
card
know this.
system, right?
I know this. Yeah,
So WhatsApp was what basically killed
kill
that
them.
and saved us so much money. Oh my god,
True, true, true. Because calling with WhatsApp.
when I first moved, I remember that I used to buy those cards. In fact, my father-in-law, he wasn't my father-in-law then, right? It
Mm-hmm.
was my my boyfriend's dad. He
Mm-hmm.
gave me like a bunch of cards, and he said,
I had gone to go and
I
buy
know you're
many of those cards.
probably," and he was like, "I know you guys probably want to talk all through the day," and he gave me those cards, and he was like, "So you guys can talk," and that
Right.
was the beginning of everything. Joy said, cancel Niger WhatsApp. No, it's not just okay. You know what? No, but
That's my
it's
new
not just
hashtag
Niger.
now.
It's not just Niger WhatsApp because I know that there was something that happened. I think in East Asia. I'm not sure if it was India. I'm not sure where it was, but there was something that happened that ended up being a tragic event. But
Mhm.
the rumors started on WhatsApp.
It's mostly for I mean that if you
No,
want to start counting Niger on, it's too much.
no, but
There's too
that's
much to
because,
count.
that's because you are Niger. That's
No, I'm
why.
telling you. And Nigerians don't verify information before they just take it hook, line, and
No,
sinker.
no, but we are
And the
still
boat
no, but we are
itself.
no, but we are stereotyping Nigerians of a certain age. No, I have to, I
And
have
yeah, this
to.
is not stereotyping. I'm talking from
No,
experience. This
no,
is
we're stereotyping.
facts. I can
We're
prove this to you. I can
no,
prove
but
it.
no, okay, but maybe Nigerians of a certain age.
True, 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 true. I'm just
So,
being
and that's
experience.
because they come from a time when once you saw something on TV, it was true.
It was
That
true.
was
It
their
was true.
mindset,
It was
right?
true. Right, right. Yeah.
If it came from the TV, if people who looked important said it, it was true.
Like, yeah.
They couldn't understand the fact of how somebody would just go online, write a bunch of nonsense, and start sending it to people. They would
Right.
be thinking, the person has nothing to do.
True, true, true.
Somebody is supporting you, telling you that you're completely right. They'll be thinking,
I'm
oh, so
right.
so this person has nothing to do, and and you're trying to convince them this is just a
Right.
lie.
Yeah.
But they don't believe it, and
True.
especially when somebody makes a video says, "My name is Doctor Something," boom, that's it. And if you take this vaccine, it would change your DNA forever.
During the before the like the pandemic and all that started, we had the
No, it's
thing,
not called the pandemic. It's called the panoramic.
the panoramic. Before the panoramic started, the panoramic started.
Mhm.
What actually had happened was and during the panorama, they just on WhatsApp saying like it's garlic. Next thing I wake up in the morning to the smell of garlic hits me
I
like
can
boy.
I can't even
My mother
stand
have cooked
garlic.
the house with garlic, put
Oh my
onion
god.
inside. All this,
Garlic
yes,
and onion.
yes. There's like garlic and onion, and like
But
whenever
that's what
this
they used to
video
chase
is
vampires away. Garlic
yes,
and
this
onion.
is a vampire that's inside somebody's system. What's going on? And like, what happened? They say, oh no, we found it out on WhatsApp. That's when one person say, I say, who said it? They say it's one person. Colin said doctor or something. Like, no, not me and you. They begged me. I did not drink it. It's not, I don't do such. Anyway,
And if you
but
know how long, if I remember that there was someone I know that went through this time when they were very sick, and
right,
part of what they gave them as like a natural remedy was to drink garlic.
right.
And that was when I learned that it takes so long for garlic to leave your pores. Like
Oh,
it would
really?
keep, yeah, it would keep just. I don't know how to describe it. It's like
It
your
stays in
skin
the
is
bloodstream.
smelling. Yes.
Right. It
I was
stays in
like,
the
oh my
bloodstream.
God. Ever since then, I can't stand it.
It's probably
Even
maybe
in
the body can
food.
digest it. That can
Even
digest
in food, yes, I have that. Even in food, it's very hard for me
all right.
to eat garlic.
So yeah, but the Disney I got Pfizer and Pfizer
I thought
and
they said Moderna is a better.
no Pfizer. It goes. I think Pfizer is the best, followed by Johnson and Johnson, and then
No,
Moderna.
but and you're encouraging us to take the vaccine, and you guys are saying one is better than the other. Who wants to take? Who
So
wants to take?
the truth of
Be
situation is
honest.
when the panoramic started and they say
Hmm.
what's the cure? The cure is wash your hand and don't touch your face. Shey, that one sound like something that people that are educated will say. It sounds like something that someone on the road. It sounds like something you hear on WhatsApp in itself.
But
So I believe it's a case of like them if you do, them if you don't. Just take it. It's fine.
so
It,
instead, how do you drink garlic? You dice it, you like mince it,
all right.
and
I
then you
think
put it inside water, and then you
uh,
leave it to soak.
to soak in. Yeah, kind of make like a tea out of it, kind of.
Yeah, and no, but that's just to show you how powerful garlic is, because then
It
it would
is,
become
maybe it
really.
works. I don't know, but
I know,
yeah.
I heard it works because it helped this person. It did.
So the thing about like this vaccine is like if you don't get it, you have a higher chance of getting the panoramic at the end of the day. So it's like them if you do, them if you don't. Just better get the attenuated version. Get the version that
Okay.
it's been worked upon that is gonna help boost your immune system, which is the vaccine, than getting the real thing itself. So that's just what it is.
Okay, so I haven't got the vaccine, but the streets are calling my name, so I have to get the vaccine before summer
Forget it.
comes,
Forget
so
it. We
that
got we gotta be popping this. We need to do like an episode from like California
who
or
and who? You and
maybe
who?
me and you
You
now
are
do Dubai,
it's not
filming in
me.
Dubai, you're doing a vlog.
Hey, now you're talking. You said Dubai. You have said
You don't
Dubai
have to go to
before.
California, just to Dubai.
Cali,
Do
what?
one
No, I
in
don't want that. I want, I want somewhere that, I
vibe
just, yes,
Jamaica,
no,
not
I don't want,
Jamaica.
I don't want Jamaica.
In the Caribbean, in the islands.
No,
What if you rent out like whole island?
anywhere that has a gold market. My husband knows this. If you're
Have
taking me
the
anywhere, take me anywhere that they have
you know what?
gold.
I like what you're talking about,
That
sister.
is it.
If you're taking me anywhere to take
Vegas
me
is
anywhere.
calling. Go and get the shot. Yes, yes, yes. The shot is happening. So if you're taking me anywhere outside this country, it has to be somewhere with plenty of gold.
Mhm.
Hopefully, you have a lot of money because trust me, I will drain your pockets. I will drain.
There's
That's
this
all I'll
thing.
buy. Go.
There's this thing that me and we were watching yesterday, and it was like an engagement party and stuff. And the person was asking them like, "Who is this man?" And the lady said, "Oh, that's my husband." And then they're like, "Oh, who is it to you?" I said, like, "He's my ATM."
Yes, that is it. She
That's
was
our
honest.
point
She told
when
you.
she was
She
honest.
told the people the absolute truth.
She told us the absolute truth.
Did they ask the man who is this? Who is this woman to you?
Nobody cares about more men things. Men have said enough for
Please don't even start. Don't even start all this
men
mansplaining
have
and
men
man
have
crying on
men have
my
said enough.
channel. Please, I'm
Men
not
have,
doing.
nobody needs to hear what
It's
men have to say.
it's a man's world, and you people have been and we've been forced to live in it all this while.
That's what
So
I'm saying. That is enough now. I've said enough. That you people we should give people chance to just to say.
whether you give us chance or not, we've taken it and we're
Oh
running with it.
shit! That's what's up. Let's
And it,
go.
and it's not coming back to you again. You people have lost. You have lost the seats of power.
We'll speak about this another day.
Another day.
You will continue to enjoy it by the glass.
Yes. Excuse me.
Yes, I said what I said
Don't
with
let
my
me don't let me
chest.
bring the cancel culture team to your door. So we'll
Please don't cancel me.
cancel
Cancel WhatsApp.
you.
Let's go back to our topic.
Let's
But
go back
cancel
to
WhatsApp. Don't
canceling
cancel me.
WhatsApp. Okay,
Cancel
all
WhatsApp.
right, all
Cancel WhatsApp.
right. Okay, so today happens to be the first day that we've had a breakdown with Biodun on the Daffy show. Thank you, Jem,
Thank you.
because you have been, as always, super supportive and
Thank you.
amazing.
You're awesome. You're the best older friend anybody could ask for. You're
Wow.
extremely wise. You're a
An
visionary.
older friend. Never have I ever been.
A
Wow.
mature friend. Sorry. I learned this in church. Yeah,
Wow. An
a
older friend.
mature friend, and any younger person like me could ask for. And to everybody out there, get yourself a mature friend that can share with you some wisdom and words of knowledge.
Do
And
you listen? Do you listen to half of the things that I say?
no,
Like
the thing with you and I is that whenever we like get together and talk like this, we usually find ourselves like on different sides of like the conversation, and we just
somebody
walk our
said,
way.
"What am I? Chopped liver."
What?
But you have anyway. When it's over, you go and check out the comments.
Oh my!
Um,
Wait, what? I've missed a lot in this comment section.
but you've seen the comments, right?
I've seen the comments. So the Sister Joy. So the yeah, you're just a really amazing person to speak with, and you want to have like this really deep conversation, and you're awesome. And thank you for also, and like I always say, you're my first client when it comes to like videography and everything like that. So you're awesome, man. You're an inspiration to me, and everybody check out the Dappy
Oh,
show and make sure you follow
oh,
her.
period.
Um, it's a collaborative effort between her mostly and me, teeny tiny
Mhm,
bit.
mhm,
And
mhm,
just enjoy the ride and enjoy the
mhm.
process. Thank you so much. I
Yes,
really appreciate
feel free to binge on it. Yeah, I had to put this comment there.
it. How you say period?
Period.
Period.
She was like, so that Jem will not say I didn't come. Let me just put period there. So anyway, thanks guys, and feel free to go on every other episode and watch. So the last episode that I dropped on YouTube, I talk about fake humble, which is my tag for fake humility And I just think, it's a dangerous thing. And I think in our community, it's something that we need to stop, right? Because fakeness is bad.
It
Just
kind of
come.
goes to tight with this thing of the guy leaning down for someone just to show that you are sorry. Just
Yeah.
say
Are
you're
you
sorry.
sorry? Are you
Yeah,
sorry?
for leaning
No.
down.
No. Are you sorry? No.
Right,
Right.
right, right.
So if, in fact, I'm at a point now where if you overdo your sorry, I immediately think that there's something going on. Honestly, I don't know, and it's because I've been around so much fake humble in my life.
True,
So
true,
even so, it's always in my mind like, is this fake or is this real?
true, true.
Right. So, but thank you so much,
Thank
and
you.
thank you to everyone who showed up. I know this is we've eaten into honey time, so let's be out of here.
Yes, you have. I'm gonna get
Yes,
chastised.
I'm sorry. All right, guys, let's make it a date sometime soon.
Thank you very much. Thanks
All
for
right.
having me.